All right, we're here with Altamont's Grace Lemke. Grace was originally committed to College of Lake County in Chicago. Now she's going to Eastern Illinois to play softball. Grace, talk about what your decision in that was.
Well, unfortunately, there was something that happened at College of Lake County, which in turn caused me to want to decommit from there. And then Dan and Christy reached out, and I immediately was like, okay, well, I know about them. So I went, visited, fell in love with it, and I felt that D1 level of competitiveness was where I was meant to be. And I just didn't know it yet. So even though something unfortunate happened, it turned out to be better in the end.
What is your favorite part to being a pitcher?
I'd say the competitiveness, knowing that I'm kind of, which this part can be good or bad, knowing that I'm kind of in control of the game for the most part. And so to be able to see which spin's on, what's not on, but which spin that I know is going to work against certain batters, and almost the mind game with it of me trying to outpitch the hitter to me to overcome what they're doing. So just that part of it.
What would be your favorite part to playing softball in general?
I'd say a lot of it also comes back to stemming from the competitive side of it and the battling through, but I would also say another big part of it is the connections that you make with the coaching and the other players. I've made so many amazing memories and amazing friends throughout the years, so I have to say that that probably leads that. It's just everybody that you surround yourself with and the energy and everything that comes with it.
What does it mean to you now to now be two-time Effingham Daily News Pitcher of the Year for our area? That's a big deal.
It does feel great. I mean, I have quite a few competitors. I mean, if you look at Windsor's pitcher, she gave everybody a run for their money. And so, but to have certain people that I know that I can compete with and to be able to take that and have that title for me these past years is a very big accomplishment to know that I can continue to succeed and get better.
You had 1,165 strikeouts for your entire high school career. That ranks first in the state but third in the nation. What's that mean to you in general?
I mean, the numbers are crazy, no matter which way you look at it, no matter if it was me or somebody else, those numbers just don't seem real. So to know that I can put those numbers up and get those stats and compete not only in the state but in the nation with everything, it feels great to know that, again, I'm succeeding no matter where I'm at in my stats and my spin and my speed to get me there.
You had 416 strikeouts for your senior season, which is unbelievable, number one. Let's talk about ranked among the pitchers in the state. To put your name on that list, I know you say like you love to compete, but to be on that list, it says a lot about you as a player, but you as a person as well.
Drives me to keep going and continue, and once I see my name even on the bottom of that list, all I want to do is continue to go up higher and higher, and to see my name first is where I wanted to be from the start. Did I think that I would hit that big of a number? No, but it does feel great to knock people off and take my name and know that it's going to be there for at least a little bit. So.
So, when did you realize you could be a really good pitcher in high school?
I'd say before high school started, I definitely had my doubts. And then to start competing my freshman year and seeing, oh, this might work out. I'd have to say the game that probably set that would be against St. Anthony my freshman year, because I competed really well against the girls that I've watched throughout the years and seen the stats. I'm like, oh, I don't want to pitch against them. They're going to hit bombs off me. And then I down and struck a lot of them out. And so from the start of my freshman year, I kind of realized that I had it in me and that I had that drive and I could compete with anybody throughout high school. To play with, it would have to be Bailey Teasley. I mean, I only had her my freshman year, but for being a freshman to a senior, especially the senior that helped me start and learn more about pitching, I definitely think I competed against her because I absolutely love Bailey and everything that she did for me, but to be able to also be with her in that, I loved it and it was fun, and so whenever I lost her, I kind of lost almost that competitiveness with pitching for me, but Bailey has to take the cake on that one. And then to play against, for me, it would be Cameron Rios because I didn't have her all 4 years to go against, but no matter where I placed the ball, it was always fun. But she usually won the battle against that because she's just great and she would hit it no matter where it was, no matter the spot. She loved everything. And so to be able to compete with her in different spots and locations and what spin she likes, what spin she doesn't like, that was probably always the best.
How much of an influence did Coach Burris and Coach Van Blericum have on you?
I'd say quite a bit, especially if you ask Coach V, she would tell you that we had our differences. But I would say it helped both of us grow from there, and so it kind of got me to be the person I am, not necessarily just a player, although it did make me want to work harder to get better, to almost prove it. But after a while, I realized that I had their support with me, and they were always going to back me up no matter what I did. And so as I grew and became from freshman to senior year, their support just got bigger for me. And right now they do anything that they possibly could to make sure I get to where I need to be.
College of Lake County is 4 hours away, EIU 45 minutes away. Talk about the difference in travel and how much of an effect that had on you as well.
I will say, as much as I finally got comfortable with the fact that I'd be so far away, knowing that I'm going to be closer to people that support me and when I go watch me is a little bit more comforting. But I will say, even though I'm closer to home, I'm still going to be so busy with playing D1 softball and with school, so I might be closer, but I might not always feel I'm as close, but I think it'll still be comfortable with whichever choice I would have picked either way.
So now, Eastern Illinois softball has had such great success last few years, making the deep runs, going into postseason for softball. And what's that mean to you now that you're going to be a part of that?
I mean, I got to watch it from afar on TV. I would watch some of the games, and to see them play big names like Texas, it was crazy to watch, and I never really saw myself as being able to compete with them, but to be recruited by the college coaches that took them that far, it felt amazing to be able to wear the same jersey and the same name across my chest as they did with that season. I can't wait to see how much more we progress this season.
I had you clocked at 68 miles per hour against St. Anthony this year. What do you feel like your ceiling could be, how fast you could throw in college, knowing that you have so much more potential in you?
Now, I don't think I can say that I can put a number out there because I don't want to kind of limit myself to a number. But I will say, knowing the coaches that I'm going to have, I know I'm going to have them in my corner to continue to build me. So I clock out at 68, and I can only hope to see those numbers get bigger and bigger. And hopefully to also get my spin up and everything else just to compete more than I already am now at that level, so I don't have to worry as much.
What would be your workout routine?
When it comes to off the field without having the ball in my hands, I like to go to the gym and I do some cardio, and going day by day I like to work different arm workouts to keep building up for speed, my legs, my core, everything that I can. And then I also have certain workout routines that I kind of base that off of. But when it comes to on the field, leading up to games, I like to work on my mechanics, do slow things, work up to build my speed up and make sure my spins, everything is going to be right. But I do like to take I go hard a few days, a little bit light, and then I take a couple days off until the game starts.
What would be the favorite moment from your high school career?
I'd say it had to come to my senior year and reaching the 1,000 strikeouts, not just because of the number, but because it was an away game, and to see how many people actually came out from Altamont and supported me, and they showed up with signs, they showed up with balloons, they showed up with gifts. Like, it was just insane to see the community aspect of it, to see the support that I really had in my corner that I didn't necessarily know of, and then to see the posts and the congratulations from everybody. It just made me feel like I had that recognition that I didn't know as much as that I had from people that didn't even know kept up with me and my stats. So it just feels great to see that and the love and support from everybody.
No matter how many strikeouts you have in a game, you seem to be never satisfied. What goes into that?
I'm gonna have to give this to my mother for the saying of do better. Because I learned from a young age to reach perfection, because nothing was ever, she always supported me, but she always knew that I could be better. And so to see that the numbers, it wasn't her saying it, but it was almost in my head of you can do better, you can succeed more. So a lot of people saw 17 strikeouts on an average amazing, which is, but to me I was like, okay, well why isn't it 20? Because I can do better, I can get better, I can succeed more. There's a limit, but I haven't reached that limit like I thought.
As far as a professional athlete that you look up to the most, who would that be?
I'd probably pick Kennedy just because she's a pitcher and she's amazing, and no matter what, she has the spin. I mean, there's competitive pitchers all over. If you watch any of them, Tennessee's, Texas, all of them have amazing pitchers, but I think Kennedy takes it just because of her spin and her beautiful changeup that she has, and she always competes, and she just has that competitive drive that you can just see it every time she goes out there.
Who would be your biggest role model?
I think I'll have to give that title to my mother. No matter what, she was always there and she supported, and we might have had our differences every once in a while, but she was still always one that would sit on the bucket and do all of her research and continue to help me grow and become who I am today.
Why are you so humble, and what carries you to that point?
I would say it's because if it weren't for who I surrounded myself with coaches and with family and the friends and teammates, I would have never got to where I am today. I mean, whenever I was younger, nobody thought that I would reach to the level of a pitcher I am. So to be able to get there, I can't always just give credit to myself. I have to give it to everybody that has helped me and supported me and never gave up on the idea of me becoming a pitcher. And so there's just no reason for me to only think about it as myself, because it's not just me, it's everybody else around me too.
When people hear the name Grace Lemke, what do you want you to remember you by?
I know a lot of people probably remember me by my pitching and just everything like that, but I'd like to say they remember me more on a personal level of how they see myself on the field and how I handle myself and how I am as a teammate. Even though I did have all those numbers, I'd like to know that people didn't only see me as those numbers.
What would you like to achieve at Eastern as yourself, but also as a team?
For myself, I would say just to see more improvement through my pitching, which I know no matter what, I'm going to have those coaches to help me improve. But to get my spin up, to get my speed up, and just compete even more at that higher level. But as a team, I'd just like to see our names more in those championships and to compete with those big teams like Texas once again. And
what would you like to tell EIU Lady Panther softball as far as next season? What to look forward to from Grace Lemke next year?
I'd like to say that they need to look forward to having another player that's going to be competitive and support everybody no matter what, and that I'm going to be a team player for every single person on there, and I can't wait to compete with them, and that I hope that we continue to get better and improve more.
One of Illinois' most dominant softball pitchers has opted to stay a bit closer to home. After some changes in personnel at the College of Lemke-Altamont's Grace Lemke is headed to EIU. Grace racked up more than 1,100 strikeouts throughout her career, including over 400 as a senior alone. And as a result, it's no surprise that her favorite memory is repping in her hometown.
I'd say it had to come to my senior year and reaching the 1,000 strikeouts, not just because of the number, but because it was an away game, and to see how many people actually came out from Altamont and supported me, and they showed up with signs, they showed up with balloons, they showed up with gifts. Like, it was just insane to see the community aspect of it, to see the support that I really had at my corner that I didn't necessarily know of.
What's the number one thing that stands out about you compared to any other athlete in the state of Illinois?
I'd say I think that there is a lot of competitive drive around the whole entire state, but I would say for me it's not looking strictly on just myself and my numbers, but to make sure that my team's succeeding, my team's backing me up, and knowing that I don't have to always hit the ball, but I have girls on the team that can, and so I look at it as more of a team aspect and not just a me kind of thing. Not saying that everybody else does, but for me personally, that's what I'd like to see for myself.
What is something about you that not a lot of people know, Grace?
I'd say people that don't necessarily aren't super close to me, they wouldn't know that there was a time about 2 years ago that I did almost quit softball, and I didn't have that love for it anymore. But not too long after, I realized that I was made for more and I was made to stay in the sport. And so I found the love again through Altamont softball and Premier Fast Pitch, and I'm back to wanting to continue that career. I'd say there's a long list of people that I could go through and say, but I'll make it a little bit shorter. Definitely my family, my mom, my dad, everybody close to me on the family side. My friends, all of my teammates from every single team that have always supported me no matter what. Every coach that I've had, Kristen Harvey is the one that really got me to really keep going and push through it, and then Sturdy and Chloe helped me progress into what I am now and to give me the connections. Dan and Christy for giving me the opportunity to continue to play at the higher level, and just everybody else that has posted about me and kept up with me and reached out and just made sure that I kept going and made sure that I still had the love for the sport.
Altamont's Grace Lemke. Grace, thank you so much for taking time with me. I appreciate it. Good luck at EIU. I know the people around here are very proud of you, but good luck for Dan and Chrissy Polson for the softball program in Eastern. Thank you for taking time for me. I really appreciate it.
Thank you so much for giving me the opportunity. I appreciate it very much, and for everybody here that stayed and watched. So